Thank you. Real briefly, I mean, facts are a good thing. So the facts are that the cost of compliance for small business has grown very significantly. The fact is in 2001, it cost nearly as much as double what medium-sized businesses spent per employee to comply with federal regulations. By 2014, that number went up to 5 times as much as what a medium-sized business does. And today, small businesses spend over 7 times as much per employee as medium-sized businesses do for compliance. And the SBA reported in one report, 75% of rulemakings, the SBA, a government agency, determined that federal agencies either ignored costs on small business or completely underestimated them. The Biden administration has even increased these costs more. The average annual cost of regulation is estimated to be, in a small business now, $14,000 per employee. It's a lot of money, and it's hard on small business. Entrepreneurship starts with small business. Entrepreneurship and small business, I state the obvious, is what built this great country. This bill goes in the right direction. I believe it's a good thing, and I will be supporting it. And I really mean it on this one. I would hope there'd be bipartisan support. I mean, if there's a little tiny bit more to be done, that's great. Want me to yield? I yield to Ms. Hagman.
Mr. Van Drew, the gentleman from New Jersey is recognized.
Thank you, Chairman. I know we've spoken about this ad nauseum, but it's an important issue, and I guess I just can't let it go. You know, we sit on the other side that we're exploiting a tragic story and a tragic situation. We're not exploiting it. We're trying to stop these tragic situations from happening over and over again. It's now become a familiar story. Left-wing prosecutors, left-wing attorney generals, they let people out after they've committed crimes, and unfortunately, in numbers of cases now, they commit the ultimate crime, whether it's Sarah Root, Laken Riley, or Washington State Trooper Christopher Gadd. They've lost their lives. Condolences don't work. At the beginning of this of these debates, there's folks that say, I give my condolences, but we're not going to change anything. We're going to leave everything the same. We're not going to do anything. It doesn't work. It doesn't cut it. As we sit in our comfy chairs and we debate, people lose their lives brutally. And as lawmakers, there's simply no excuse for not enacting policies to stop harming Americans. But that's what this Biden border agenda does. When you allow millions of unvetted people to enter our country, when you don't know where they're going, who they are, what their intentions are, when you hamper law enforcement's ability to go after and deport lawbreakers, you are making Americans and America less safe, period. End of story. These people are here illegally. I don't know what we don't get about that. If anything, you have a right to detain them for just breaking the law and being here illegally. It shouldn't take a crime. But Biden and Mayorkas, they've bent over backwards to allow as many of these people into our country as they possibly can, and innocent Americans have lost their lives. This bill is just one more very good common sense measure to ensure that we are protecting our constituents, our Americans, and that we are detaining and removing the worst of the worst that are here illegally. We moved similar legislation, my bill, through this committee that would detain and deport illegals that assault law enforcement. I am with Member McClintock. He is doing the right thing. This bill is the right thing. We cannot overlook this. We can't pretend it's not there. We can't put a blindfold on. These people need to be detained, and they need to be deported. This is a time for choosing for all of us who are going to vote. You're either with the Americans that live here, work here, break their back here, and many of whom are legal immigrants who are here, or you're with illegal immigrants, some of whom are breaking the law, some of whom are committing the ultimate act of violence. I don't know. It's an easy choice for me. I hope it's an easy choice for my colleagues. I yield back.
If the gentleman